Hi everyone, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again. It's good to see your faces. I'm sure you've missed us. We've missed you too. So thank you for joining us today. My name is Tomi Lawal, and these are my lovely colleagues over here. This is Olalupi Olayode. This is Chidima Uzodima. So I know the last time we talked about, the documents needed to process your admissions to the UK. We mentioned quite a lot of things, and well done to those of you that have started your January admission. You've gotten your offer, you've gotten your CAS, you're even at the verge of your visa application. So well done to you. I know the journey has not been easy, but well done to you. So we're just going to, before we kickstart fully, I'm just going to wait for a few minutes to wait so other people can join us, so we don't have to rush so everything we want to say. So let's just wait for a few minutes for others to join, then we can go into details. So welcome once again, and thank you for joining us. You're welcome to IDP Nigeria. Okay. So we're just waiting for, I think we'll just wait for 5 minutes for other people to join us.
So while we're waiting, you can invite your friends to join this live session, because there are so many things we'll be talking about today. I'm not sure if Tony has mentioned the topic we're talking about, but please tell your friends to join. The three of us here will seen a lot of things.
Oh, okay. No, I've actually not mentioned the topic we're talking about. So I want other people to join first. Yeah. So I want you to join first. So when you join, then I'll unveil the topic. So for now, invite your friends, tag your friends, notify them, tell them IDP is live and they have the time to ask all the questions. They probably have about studying in the UK. So just give us some minutes. Okay, welcome Oluwa Jumolo.
Hey.
Thank you for joining us today. Welcome Adituyi Joshua.
Welcome.
Oyindamola Shafa. We can see you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Welcome to the session. Okay, let's see who else is joining us. Okay, Nife Jojo, thank you. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome to the session. Your favorite boy, you're welcome. Mercy Josh, you're welcome. Oh, okay. Who's that?
Your favorite boy.
Oh yeah, your favorite. Alright, so okay, sorry, I don't want to murder your name. So Jonas. Let's just say let me just stick to Jonas. You're welcome. Mr. Kwan, you're welcome. You're welcome you're welcome to IDP Education. Okay, so should we wait for a few more minutes or we should just kickstart?
Let's just wait for it to like 4:10.
Okay, 4:10. Alright then.
3 minutes. Just keep grace.
Okay, so we already have questions coming in. That's good. I did to Joshua. Okay, so just hold on for 3 more minutes. Let's kickstart, the session, proper, then we can get to answer all your questions. So just keep all the questions, okay?
Share, invite. Anybody that's interested in the UK, they can join in. This is free information, free service.
Okay, so Nife Jojo also has a question. Is it late for January intake? Okay, so Nife Jojo, just hold that question. So we have just 2 more minutes to go, then we'll answer all your questions. Okay, so we have 2 questions already. How do we apply for? So added to Joshua, I don't know if I'm sure you're talking about September 2023, right? Yeah, September 2023. So we'll get to answer that question shortly. And is it late for January intake? Okay, Nife Jojo will be right back with the answer. So in the meantime, you can also tag your friends. Do you have the study loans? Okay, so let me just note down those questions.
So the reasons why we are saying 2 more minutes is because we want you to invite your friends. So invite your friends, please, before we start, because from the beginning to the end we packed with so much information, and we don't want your friends to miss out from this. So please let them join in.
Your brother, your sister, your uncle, your auntie.
We'll start in 1 minute. So
I'm super excited already.
Calm down.
1 more minute, and we will
Ask him Okay, so I'm seeing Aditi Joshua also wants to know if we help with study loans. Okay, so just give us few more seconds.
hopefully next time we won't have to spend 10 minutes to gather your friends if you brought all your friends at the exact time. But we're just trying to be considerate so that everyone benefits from this.
We're almost there. We're probably doing a countdown. We're doing 10, 9.
I wish we had music playing in the background somewhere. Okay, yeah, alright, so we are getting started. Okay, so welcome everyone and good afternoon once again. So I think I already introduced myself. My name is Tomilawa, and these are my lovely ladies over here. So this is Olalumpe Olayode, and this is Chidima Uzodima. So they're like my panelists, right? Okay, so we'll be talking. So today we're going to be talking about personal statements. Okay, so how to write, maybe I should say how to write an award-winning personal statement. Yes, how to write a personal statement that gets you into your choice university. Okay, so I know that some of you already applied to January intake. Well done to you. So I know January intake is closed. Okay. So yeah, before I answer the question, so January intake is closed for most universities, and I know some of you have gotten to the visa application stage. Well done. I know the journey has not been easy, but I'm sure that at the end of everything, it's actually, it's worth it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about personal statements. But before we talk about personal statements, what are the documents needed to get your admission to a UK university? I know we talked about it the last time, so I'm just going to do a brief recap. Okay, so the number one document, very important, is your international passport. Okay, very important. In fact, the importance cannot be overemphasized. So you need your international passport, a valid international passport. Okay, so you need your BSc certificate, you need your BSc transcripts, you need your statements of results if you have it. And for people who have who probably went to a polytechnic, you need that as well. Your HND transcript and certificates. You need your WIC certificates. You need your WIC results. So for people that don't even have the WIC certificates, and maybe you probably have the printouts, you can always attach a white scratch card. Do you understand? So the school can even verify the results themselves. Okay, so schools accept WAEC and NECO. So for the people who have NECO, it's totally acceptable. It's fine. So your WAEC certificate, your NECO results certificate as well. You need your CV, a detailed CV for people going for masters, even bachelor's degree. You know, so these days schools actually ask you, you know, what you've been doing, the educational gap and all of that. For people, you know, who probably have, you know, breaks, you know, in their education. So, you know, you need your CV to highlight the things you've done or currently doing, you know, that explains the gap. Okay, so you need your CV, then you need your personal statement. Really important. We're going to be talking about that today. That's like, yeah, the main topic. So you need your personal statement. Then okay, so am I missing anything out?
No, really. Just C6 and WAEC above, so they don't bring that C7 if they have any.
Right, yeah. So the least requirement, the least English language requirement for most universities is C6. You need to have at least a C6. And for those people who are going for foundation, okay, you need your WAEC, you need your NECO, you also need your A-level results. So for those people that have, you know, done A-levels, yeah, you need your A-levels. And for those who are, you know, who probably started their university or who have gone to polytechnic somewhere. So if you have your OND, your HND, you know, results, yeah. So these are all the documents, you know, you need to present to get admission to a UK university. So now back to the main topic, personal statement. What is a personal statement? And some call it statement of purpose. It's still one and same. Personal statement, statement of purpose is still the same thing. So what is a personal statement? What is statement of purpose? I think if you look at the name, it's actually self-explanatory. A statement, a statement of purpose, a personal statement. So it's basically an essay. It's basically an essay you write it detailing how best do I put it? So detailing the things, the course you want to study, you know. So it's mainly addressed to the university, right? So you need to highlight the things you need to study, you know, the course you want to study, you know, the school you're going to, why you've chosen a UK university, for example, and you know why the course. Yeah, right. So it's just like you're writing a love letter to the school. Do you understand? Yeah. It's like you're writing a love letter to the school. You know, pouring out your heart.
What if I cannot write a love letter? What happens?
Also, in this case, if you want to get to any reputable, any UK university, you need to write that love letter. You know, you need to explain. Yeah. So you need to So you need to write an essay detailing, you know, the course you want to study, why you've chosen the school, you know, why you. Okay, I was going to digress a little, but I'm just going to stick to the main topic. So I was going to say, okay, let me just say it for the purpose of this second. So I was going to say, just like you trying to, you know, ask a girl out, or you know, so you're going to try to convince her, you know, why she should choose you over other people, you know, over other people in her DM.
What if we're doing gender equality and I'm the one that wants to ask the guy?
So either way, you need to, you need to tell him, you know, why I should choose you over all those other people. So anyway, so back to the conversation. So that's basically a personal statement. It's an essay, you know, telling a story of where you're coming from, you know, where you are and where you're going to. You know, you just summarizing it, you know, in you know, summarizing it in an essay. So okay, so the first point I'm going to talk about is, you know, the course. Right, so I think today we're going to let me just use maybe business management as an example. Okay, so for people, so we're going to be talking about two categories of people. You know, the people. So before I go there, you know, I have so many things in my head I want to say at the same time. So yeah, so I think I'm just going to take it one after the other.
Okay.
So the first one will be for people who are going to study what they studied in the university. Okay, so I think the focus will probably be on, you know, postgraduate students. So people who are going to study what they studied in the university at the undergraduate level, and those who have experience, you know, in the sector, I mean, in the course they're going to, I mean, they're applying for. So you study that in your undergraduate for your undergraduate degree, and you also have experience in it. So that's one category of people. Then the second will be for people who have no prior experience, in the course they want to study. So there are different ways to write that the personal statements. Okay, so for those people who have experience, in what they want to study, right, and those probably who studied the same course. So you need to do more research. So it's not just about the head knowledge. Okay, so maybe you're a business manager presently, for example, or maybe you even studied management or business administration. So you need to go. We actually have some. Do we have some questions? Love letter. Oh, okay. Okay, Nick Frederick just reacted to what I said about love letter. Okay, so anyway, so you need to write a letter. You need to write what is it called now? So I think the love letter thing just So for people who already have an experience here, so you need to research about the course you want to study, business management. So what is business management? Okay, so what are the modules? So what are the what are the modules you will undertake? What are the skills needed as a future business manager? So these are some of the things you need to research about. So research the course first. I would say you can break down your personal statement into 4 categories. The first one will be about the course. So talk about the course. Why? What you know about the course? Business management, for example. Write different definitions and all of that. Write that in your, in the first paragraph. Talk about business management. Then the second one, talk about the school. Why do you want to study in that school? There are so many universities in the UK. Why have you chosen them above other universities in the UK? What makes them stand out? What's the peculiar thing about them? So maybe they are located in a strategic location. Maybe they have award winning they are highly ranked, maybe you want award winning, research or something about there's something unique about the school, because they want to know that you actually know where you're coming to. Yeah. Okay, so you talk about the school, then you talk about the UK. Why the UK? There are so many countries you can go to. So why have you chosen the UK?
Including your country.
Including your country, because I'm sure there are so many universities, even private universities that offer business management. So why have you chosen UK as a country? Why have you not gone to Canada? Why are you not going to Australia? Why UK? And the last thing, what are your career objectives after the completion of that course? Okay, so what do you want to? What's the plan career-wise after the completion of your course? Do you want to be a business manager? Do you want to be, a business analyst? Do you want to be an HR, HR manager? So they want to see all those things, in your personal statement. Trust me, there are some of you that think, oh, maybe they don't read it. I'm not sure they read personal statements. They actually do. Now schools do. So because I've seen cases where people write, I think sometimes, because they apply to so many universities and so many courses. So the Nigerians can be very funny. So they don't want to take the time to edit what they've written. Because I've actually seen a personal statement where someone was talking about some professors in the university saying, oh, I've chosen to apply to this school because I saw a research by blah 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 person. And I went to, so he wrote another personal statement for another course, and he still left that same name. So I personally went to the school and I saw there is nobody like that in that university. So for someone in that university, maybe an admissions officer, merely looking at it, he just feels, oh no, this was probably edited, this was not even addressed to us in the first place. So you need to take your time. I know that it can be time consuming, but it is worth it. So you need to take your time to edit your personal statement to suit the university and the course you are applying for. Okay, so I don't know if any of my colleagues have one or two things to add to it.
Okay, that was a very good one to me. Well done. So I would say that a personal statement is the university feeling you as the applicant, because every other thing that you've submitted your certificate, your transcripts, they are not really knowing so much about you with all those documents. But the personal statement makes the school know you. They know where you're coming from. They know what you've studied previously. They know what you've been doing in your spare time. Have you been volunteering? Have you been working? What have you been doing?
They know your career plans. You didn't put your career plans on your CV, but you can only put it on your personal statements. They know a lot of things about you. So I think it's a very important document, especially if you've not studied that course previously. Example, so imagine that you studied like an IT course in your bachelor's program, and you after bachelor's you started working in the health line. Maybe for some reasons you got into the health line, maybe you went to school of midwifery, you were a nurse, then you moved, you had like 10 years experience as a nurse. All this experience will not come out so well on your CV because they're wondering, you did IT, you are a nurse, what's going on? But the personal statement will explain to them to say, okay, probably I did IT because my parents made sure that I must do it, to fulfill their desires. And my real desire is to become a nurse. So after school, I started taking this course, took this certificate, took this process to become what I want to become. Eventually, I have substantial years of experience as a nurse. I've worked with this, I've worked with that, and that's the reason why I want to study MSc nursing in the university. The person reading this thing is a human being like you and I, and they can relate to it. Oh, okay, now I understand, as to why you want to study the course. So it's a very important document. So you need to, even people that have studied this course previously, you still need to show that I have studied this course previously, I achieved well while studying this course, and this is why I want to study this course again, to probably advance my career plan or to advance myself, to develop my skills, to develop my, many things that you want to develop. Write everything down. Another category of people are people that have maybe third class or a grade that is not so good. You can actually get that master's with your personal statement, because you had a third class, you see it in your certificate, this person is not smart. Okay, let's read his personal statement. And then they read it and they're like, wow, you're so intelligent, like you could put all these things together, well structured, your English is proper, your grammar is good, your sentence, we can give him a try on this course. It's a very good opportunity to say that your previous bachelor's does not justify who you are at the moment.
Yes.
I know people that probably did their bachelor's 10 years ago and they had a third class, but you can't compare them to who they are now because they've grown. So good now, and then they have to just do that percentage to justify why they are who the school wants them, or basically who the school wants now. So I think that it's a very important one, and Tommy has actually broken it down into 4 parts, and I think that everyone should take this into consideration. Why you want to study the course is very important. Why the course? There are other courses in the school, so many related courses. There can be an international management, there could be a business management, there could be a MSc management. So why did you pick that one course? You have to explain that part. Why the university? Why? Why them? Why? Like you mentioned, love letter. So there are 2 guys, and you want to pick one. Why are you picking me? Why are you picking me? Why don't you pick the second person? And I've seen people, they'll write, I don't want to mention any school right now. There are different kinds of categories of schools in the UK, and then you say, oh, I want to go to this particular school because I checked this particular school and it was too expensive. No, that's not a very good reason to pick that school, because you're literally telling them that I'm picking you because you are cheap. Even as a lady, you don't want to hear so that you are cheap. You want to hear something that will make you feel good about yourself. Definitely every school, believe me, every school has something that they are proud of. It could even be their library. Their library can be so big. It could be that they are located in close to London Lake. There are some things that just really make there's some things that just really make they are located in a lively environment. They are located in a bubbling city where there are too many clubs. Sincerely, there are schools like that. They are located in a very quiet environment in a small city. People like peace. Well, I like peace. That's why I can talk for people. So for people that like peace, there are different schools that suit you. So basically, when I even counsel students, I used to ask them, it's not where your friend is going to. What do you want? Explain to me. Imagine, just think about it. Where do you see yourself schooling? Is it in a quiet environment where the campuses are in the same place, or do you like to shuttle? Tell me, so that we can work together and then give you what you want. Those things you can also put it in personal statement. To say that I just like a peaceful environment where I can. A peaceful and friendly, welcoming environment where people for international students, they know that their school is like that, so they can relate to it. Not like a university located in a bubbling place and say, I want to go to a peaceful place. This will look like
They have even done your research.
How did we get here?
So there are quite a number of reasons why you can pick a school. The likes of the Russell Group schools, obviously, they're already Russell Group schools. They're highly ranked. They're connected to industries. There are a lot of reasons why. So you need to do your research. And schools are not Russell Group schools. They're also very, 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 very good schools in the UK. So you just need to find out why the school is very important. I've been saying it. It's very, very important. And I've seen students, they feel like because, I've written for school A, I can use that same personal statement for school B. Not really. Because you need to really do the research for the next school you're applying to. Because what can be applicable to school A might not be applicable to school B, and if school sees, that could be the reason why they're not giving you that admission that you're looking for. So please be very careful as to when you're writing a personal statement. Another thing I want to address is your career plan. Now, how does this course fit your career plan? In the UK, they understand that pounds is a lot. Pounds naira is a lot. It's getting higher every day. So you're spending at least a minimum. You're spending a minimum of 6 million naira as school fees. You need to justify why you're spending the amount. So how does this course fit your career plan? They would not want to just take your money and say, come and study. No, they need to understand, what's your career plan now, sir? Why do you want to study this course? What's the career plan you're trying to achieve? Do you want to become a businesswoman? Oh, okay, yes, I get it now. Do you understand? Or do you want to be a data analyst, or you want to be a computer engineer? You want to be a banker? What do you want to be? And which companies have you seen that have jobs available for you? You understand? Which company XYZ, they have jobs, like they are looking for business analysts. And I studied computer science in my bachelor, so I want to do MSc data business analysis, because I would like to become a business analyst at company XYZ. Where we could even go for that stage where I could earn so amount. Just to make the schools know that you've been doing your research, you know what you are doing, you know where you are going to, and after your masters, it's justifiable. Your masters is justifiable. You've studied this course. This is the job that you're trying to achieve, or it might not even be a job per se. It could even be your personal. People actually become consultants. They want to develop themselves. I know people that probably want to do an MBA. Because they know that, I've done this bachelor's, I've done this, I want to do an MBA because this is my plan. I want to be a consultant. Whatever plan that you have, that's the opportunity for you to write it. And then they see that, some schools, they come back to say that based on your career plan, we will not give you this course. We want to give another course. It has happened many times like that. Yes. So it's also a very good, it's an eye opener for you, because many of us in Nigeria, we limit our course search to what we know. It's more like our exposure. Because where we are coming from, we know that there are just courses like computer science, courses like business management, but these schools, they have rich courses. Rich courses, web development. They have
Internet of Things.
Internet of Things. They have game programming.
Animation.
Animation. They have that's why I saw MA glass. MA glass, MA ceramic, MA jewelry. There are many courses. So I'm not saying you should do the course. I should have studied the course. I'm only just saying that they have so many courses. And a personal statement can also make them see that based on your career plan, this is a likely course that you can study in their school, and they will let you know that.
Some schools even give like 2 offer letters so that you can then
You pick one that you've written a very good personal statement, and based on what you've written, this is what we consider for you to study in our school. Lastly, why the UK? Tomi addressed some very important things as to why to study in the UK. But I'll say this: don't be scared. Don't be scared to say why the UK. I know many of you have some very strong answers in your mind, but you're scared that maybe if they read it, maybe if they read it, they can say, but UK has invested so much in their education for you not to even tell them why you want to study in the UK. So please do not hold your information. I'm not saying you should write some very funny things that people say these days, but then just be more professional, be more tactful, as to how to answer this question. So that's my 2 cents.
Thank you, Ola. Thank you, Ola. You've done great justice, to that topic. Well done. There are times I see people just say, I would like to come back to my country. Very big answer. Or why the UK? Because international students is the most popular destination for international. Like, there are some big answers that even you as an admissions officer, you just read and say, okay, so is that all? Is that all you want to, right? So, do you understand? There's a lot to, studying in the UK, and there's a lot to, and your career objectives as well. Just like Ola rightly mentioned, there are so many job opportunities out there that some of us don't even know about because we've not done our research. There are some skills now that are being required, by companies, because trust me, the world is changing. Technology is advancing, so there are some courses that you go for that actually, put you out there, that gives you visibility, so like you rightly said. So I'm not saying you should go study, what you have no idea about, because at the end of the day you don't want to struggle, when studying, but there is a lot of things you can actually achieve, or there are some people that actually do what is it called now, certifications online, do their research and all that. These are some of the things you also have to put in your personal statement. And okay, so before I forget, please don't forget to follow us. So if you've not been following us, please follow us, because there are some highlights, there are some points we'll be putting out on our Instagram page. So you can always come back to this video after we're done with the Instagram live. You can always come back to rewatch, or you can even send the video to your friends, so that they don't make the mistake of writing a personal statement that won't be acceptable in universities. Okay, so Chidima, do you have any other thing you want to add?
So basically, you guys have said everything here. You're seasoned counselors. If I say anything, I just repeating the same thing. I think they get the point already.
Okay, thank you, Chidima. Okay, so before I move on to the next category of people, let me just quickly answer some questions we saw earlier. Okay. So now we have. Okay, so Oluwajuwonlo says, "Hi IDP Education. Thanks for the info on how we have a well-detailed personal statement. Please, can you also give us more explanation on how we go about writing a well-developed CV as well?" Okay, so I think that
we could have that session.
We could have that session later. So we're just trying to. Thank you, Oluwajuwonlo, for even bringing this up. So we can have a session, on how to write a well-developed CV as well. Okay. So, but before we even have that session, I'll say, just so every experience you have, just write it on your CV. So every should I say meaningful experience. Okay, so to be very honest, I wouldn't say any experience is even useless. So everything that aligns with the course you want to study, right? Just make sure you write it put it on your CV. Don't lie on your CV, because they may ask you for reference, and then you have any default.
They will even ask
for a reference letter. So don't lie on your CV. Don't say I want to package my CV because I want to please the admissions counselor. No, it's not just about that. Okay, so but every experience you have, just make sure you have a well-dated CV showing the months and the and the year of each experience. Okay, so so for September intake 2023, yes, applications are started. Are being submitted now for September intake. Yes, so if you have your documents ready, you can always contact us. You can follow us, contact us, call the office. Coming into the office, we are located in Ikeja GRA at John Street, number 52 to 54. Okay, so you can walk into the office and meet any of those fabulous ladies. Okay, so is it late for January intake? Yes, it is late for January intake. As a matter of fact, almost all the schools are closed already for January intake. Okay, so it's late for January intake. Then help with study loans. Unfortunately, we don't help with study loans. I know there are so many companies that are into loans, so you can reach out to them. But IDP Education, we don't help with study loans. Okay, so let me go to the next category of people. So that will be for those without prior experience or education. Without prior experience. So there are some students that are actually mature students. Maybe due to one reason or the other, they dropped out of school, or maybe they had financial difficulty at some point and probably couldn't continue their education at that time. So is there hope for them? Yes, definitely there is hope. So just like Ola rightly mentioned, a personal statement is you telling your story. So in that personal statement, you need to write why, what happened. Because you need to see that if, for example, you left school in 2005, and now you want to go back to school. There are some schools that don't even have any issues with the age. They are fine because they understand that anybody can decide to study at any age. Okay, so there is no restriction to education, but they want to know what has been happening with you from maybe that 2005 till date. So a personal statement, like Ola rightly said, is an avenue for you to tell your story, write everything that happened. Okay, so you can tell them, maybe growing up maybe you lost your father at some point, or you lost your sponsor, and then you had to stop your education because you had to fend for yourself and all that. But now you're financially ready, or maybe you even went to school and that wasn't the course you wanted to study, but you've had maybe one or two experiences, you've done some certifications, and now you want to have a degree, a degree on that course. So these are some of the things you write there. So they know that maybe at 34 or at 30, at 29, you're just coming to do your bachelor's degree. So it's an avenue for you to just write all those things. Why are you coming back at 29, to do a bachelor's degree? Why are you coming back at 34, for a career change? So these are some of the things you need to mention in a personal statement. Like I rightly said, it's not just about a love letter now. It's about you, pouring out your heart into an essay. Okay, so writing the things, what happened, why you want to study now, maybe you're financially ready now, or your passion has always been to be maybe a data analyst, or a computer engineer or something. So and now you have the money, you have the means, and now you want to study. So that's totally fine. Okay, so like I said, you can always write. So that's for people without prior experience. Okay, so if you don't have any experience, maybe in maybe even medical in medical courses, for example, maybe in public health, and you've always wanted to be a public health officer, so write it there. I don't have experience in this, but I've had maybe trainings, I've volunteered in so and so places, I have certifications, but I want an actual degree, to make me a certified, public health officer or something. So these are some of the things you need to write in that personal statement, and trust me, they actually read it. Okay, and I just remembered something. I know that things have changed a bit in the UK, right? And I know that in the past, people could get, direct masters, for example, with a top class or HND. But now I know it has gotten a bit competitive. But even at that, maybe you're an HND holder, but you have enough experience maybe in management, or you have enough experience in maybe in computer engineering. So you need to write it there. So sometimes they overlook your qualifications, your academic qualifications. Instead, they come to your work experience. You see that it has 17 years experience in this, and it aligns with what he wants to study. It aligns with what he does. So definitely, let's give him admission. Okay. So You can write as much as possible. I know there are some schools that tell you to just maybe 1,000 words, 1,000 words, right? So everything you want to talk about, just make sure maybe between 2,000 words or 1,000 words or even 500 words. The important thing is for it to be very detailed. You don't want you to start writing an unnecessary story, to be honest. So just make sure every point you want to make in the personal statement even makes sense to you yourself, so as not to bore the admissions, officer, because they have thousands of applications they want to review. So they don't want to spend more than, probably 5 minutes reading your personal statement. Do you have any other thing you want to add?
So, in addition to what she has said, for a personal statement, interestingly, you might sound interesting actually, but you might not even go to school and you aspire for a higher education, like a higher qualification, only because you can write a good personal statement.
Yeah.
There are people that maybe they did OND and then they've done professional certifications, the likes of ICANN, ACCA, very reputable certification, and they have substantial years of experience, and they're able to put this well into writing. They can consider them for a master's program if they feel that the certifications that you've acquired, is in line with what we are teaching, in line with our syllabus or our modules. They can take you on the course with a very good personal statement. So you can also work on that. And I also want to advise people, because I'm talking about people that have not studied in a while. If you can do a certification, please do. It will help the person that is looking at the application still see interest. Because really, you can't tell me that you are interested in something and you've not tried to even if it's all this online courses, Coursera, try at least do something, learn, because you've not done any learning since 2002, and you want to study now without showing any sign. Well, I don't know, but you can please work on. Now that we're speaking, this is a sign. This is a sign. This is a sign that you need to take up that online course. You need to take up that course, and then put it in your personal statement, put it in your CV, and then we can get you that offer. While looking through the comments, I see quite a number of people still asking for January intake.
I'll let you address that, but just go ahead.
Quite a number of people. You know what? I don't know if I can mention your names now. Please, if you can reach out to us, how would it?
Via DM.
Yes. So let them reach out via DM. Please, if you know that you're ready, financially ready, you have all your documents, reach out to us. We can make 1, 2, 3 calls, right? And then get you in. But you can also look at the May intake. So schools have April, May intake. I know September seems so far away for you, but we can still get you in for April, May intake if January is actually closed. But we just want to try. IDP is highly is highly connected and reputable, with all the schools. So we can only try, to see if they still have 1 or 2 slots left. But we can look towards May, April, May, because of your own convenience. I used to even say that you might think you're ready, but in the real sense of it, you might not be ready because the pressure will be a lot. I will put pressure on you. Because if you want to be in January, you need to be very fast. So, but we can get you in for April and May intake.
Okay. Sorry, before I forget, I just wanted to quickly mention that we have, if you check our Instagram, we have a post, that outlines the format for writing your personal statement. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but we have a post, that outlines, the format for writing your personal statement. So after this session, you can always go back to our Instagram post, then look through, look through the format for writing your personal statement. And like I said, you can always, watch this video. I think from the beginning we've listed, some of the major things you need to show in your personal statement. So you can always watch this video, send it to your friends. For people considering, April, May, June intake, for example, you can always, watch this video so as to, guide you into writing, a meaningful personal statement. Okay, so I think, do you have anything else to add, Chidima?
So basically, I think the only thing I would want to add is for people looking to study health-related courses, when you're writing your personal statements, your experience is also very important.
Oh, yes.
So it's good that if you're looking at health-related courses, you start gaining experience already, so that you write it in your personal statement and you have references to back up those experiences. Because the UK is all about evidence. So if you could do voluntary work, you could do internships. It mustn't be paid. They just want to see that you have those experiences.
Mm-hmm.
Then you put it in your personal statement and have a reference to back it. That's if you're switching career. That's very, very important. That's basically what I just want to add.
Okay, thank you, Chidima. Okay, so I think Ola already answered most of the questions here about general intake. Yeah, she already talked about it. And okay, so Nife Jojo says, "Oh, thank you for this information. Gives me direction." Thank you, Nife Jojo. We're always here for you. So yeah, so thank you for the feedback. Okay, so I think we've basically covered most of the things we want to talk to you about. So I think we're just going to wait for you to ask us as many questions as you can. Now the floor is open. Yeah, we actually still have time. So throw us, ask us any question. We are here to.
So if you have any questions about your applications, okay, I've seen questions about intakes. I've answered those ones. If you have questions about still personal statements, if you're still not clear about certain areas, please just put it in the chat box so that we can respond to it now. Any question that you have, the last time we had this session, we talked about everything that you need to know about the UK, and it was very informative. So you can also go to that post. There's quite a lot of things that we addressed. So you can go to the Instagram, that particular post. Watch again and again, share with your friends. This particular post as well, you can also share with your friends and your family. Don't forget to tell your friends to follow us.
Okay.
We always, we promised you and we delivered.
We
promised you
series 3.
Yes.
CV.
We promised you the last time that we'll come back again.
Yeah.
And I'm promising you that now that we'll come back again and again and
definitely.
again. And the next time, I know it won't be just the three of us. We could bring in your favorite school in.
Yeah.
We could bring in the people that you want to see, the people that you've not even seen, that you've been hearing their names, or the schools that you've been seeing their signposts or their adverts. We bring them in, and you have the time to ask them any questions that you want to ask. So I'm not seeing any questions coming in. That means that Tomilola
has done a good job.
did
Great job.
So Ola did a great job.
So that means Tomilola did a great job. So she would definitely still be in your faces many times.
Okay, so Amake says I learned a lot. Thank you very much. Oh, I'm glad you learned a lot, Amake. Thank you for attending the session. So Oshoka Akunle says can you state the required structure or outlines in writing SOP? Okay, Oshoka Akunle, I'm thinking you joined late.
Yes, I'm thinking
you joined late because we've already stated all these outlines and the structure, but yeah, I'll just do a quick recap. So we said just to so as not to bore an admissions officer, right? So we said you should just state it into 4 paragraphs. Okay, so the important thing is to is why you've chosen the course. Okay, so if you're studying business management, HRM, data science, so why have you chosen that course? You have to talk about it. So, and the second paragraph it should be why the school. So they want to know why you've chosen them amongst other schools in the UK. So what's the unique thing about them, that makes you want to, study with them, study in their school. So you need to write why the school. So the first one will be why the course. The second should be why the school. The third should be why the UK. Why the UK? There are so many countries, so why have you chosen to why not even your own country?
Why not Nigeria?
You know, why not Nigeria?
Yeah,
So,
to Africa.
you know, so why have you chosen to study in the UK? So these are some of
Why did you laugh like that?
we are the giants of Africa. We are still the giants of
I
Africa.
said that.
That's another conversation for another day. But we are still the giants of Africa. So yeah, so why the UK? I want to know why you decided to, you know, spend that much money, you know, to study in the UK. So don't say UK is a popular destination. We know that. So what's the unique thing about the UK? So you need to state that as well. Then most importantly, what are your career plans after the completion of your course? What's your career objective? So like I said earlier, don't just say I want to come back to my country. Okay, you know, come back to do work. So what's the career objective? What do you aim to be? What's your, you know, your career go maybe for the next, you know, 2 years, 3 years, 5 years? What do you want to, you know, who do you see yourself as? So these are some of the things you need to, you know, write in your personal statement. The first thing, why the course, very important. The second thing, why the school, why the university. The third, why the UK amongst other countries. Then the fourth thing, what's your career objective? What's your career plan after the completion of your course? So those are like the guidelines, you know, as to write a personal statement. So why the course? Why the school?
Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Nifa Jojo.
She's following
She's
so much.
really following.
Very good.
So yeah, why the course? Why the school? Yeah, university of choice. Why the UK? What's your career plan? Then yeah,
I think we should just pin this.
Yes. I think we can.
I think we have a post for that too.
Yeah, and then we also have this post on our Instagram page, you know, addressing this, but we are giving like a personal statement. We have a post that you can always go back, you know, to see, and you can also watch this after. For those that joined late, you know, you can go back and watch this video. Yes. So just before we round up, I want to say something. Not to write in your personal statement. It could be another discussion for another day.
Yeah.
But please, we don't want to hear I'm the 8th child of a family of 12 and my father is from Ishekiri. No. It doesn't.
I don't.
No, please don't. I've seen biographies.
Very wonderful.
Biography. Please don't turn it to your biography. You have to address certain selling points that we've highlighted today. So please, if you go with this point that we've said, I bet it that you would get the admission. If you don't get it, it's not because of personal statement. It's because of
Could be because of anything. Yes.
It's because of something else.
So we could also add that our services are free.
Yes.
Oh, absolutely.
So
Yeah.
visa, admission, end to end, helping you get anything abroad, accounts, student essentials, everything from beginning to the end. So you don't need to think about service charge and all of those. So we do Canada, Australia, New Zealand, United States of America.
Yes, Ireland
too.
So just to rephrase what she said, right? Because people don't understand what free is. You know, we are not paying your tuition fee for you.
These are we paying the visa fee.
But we will assist you through the process from free counseling session, free admission submission. We will get you admission. We'll apply for your visa. We can help you get accommodation. Everything is for free. And then we have this amazing app that IDP has. You know, IDP brings out very good innovations each time. It's more of a tech company. Yeah, it's an edutech company. So we have this IDP Live app that you can download right away, and you have access to so many information about schools, about courses. You know, it has too many features in it. So please download the app. And
the app also has fast lane where you can even get offers in like 5 to 7 working days.
Don't tell anybody what she just told you. It's cheats. So we have this thing called fast lane. You know, fast lane means that we're in partnership with certain schools. Hopefully we're trying to expand the network of, you know, the number of those schools. We can get you an offer in 24 hours. we can get you an offer within a very short timeline. You know, it's we only have it. It's just IDP's thing. So we're proud of it. And then you can tell your friends. We can get you an offer towards September, towards April. You know, with the fast lane. For now, January courses are actually either they've closed or they're rounding up today. They rounded up yesterday. So January is almost normal. But we can look towards April, May, June to September. Yes, so you can also book an appointment with us. These people are very busy people, busy, you know. So you need to book an appointment, but don't worry, they'll respond to you. So you can go to our website at where's that website?
www.idp.com/Nigeria. Okay, we have our offices in other countries, so but for Nigeria it's www. Did I just say? Did I mention 4? Okay, www.idp.com/Nigeria. Okay, so you have our contact, number there, so you can call us, you can email us, and just a quick thing to add about the IDP Life. So the way the IDP Life app works, right? You can even shortlist your universities, the universities of your choice, and the courses of your choice. You can shortlist them. As a matter of fact, there are some universities that will tell you right down the app if you're eligible, for an offer or not, based on the information you provided. So the app is almost it's so simplified in a way that it helps you. You may not even need us, trust me, because by the time you shortlist,
You need
university. Yeah, of course you need us, because there's some information that the app still won't tell you. But regarding the courses and universities, please go on the app. It will. It's detailed, trust me. And we also have IELTS. I'm not sure we mentioned it, but we are also the co-owner of IELTS. IELTS. So we have the IELTS, app as well by IDP. So if you go on your Google Play Store, your Apple Store, you will see, those apps there. Just type IDP, type IELTS, right? Then you can download them. Then IELTS by UKVI, for people who want to write IELTS by UKVI, is also available. Okay, it's available in our office here at Isaac John at Isaac John in Ikeja. So you can come to the office, you can register, right there and then. Okay, and so we'll tell you the dates available. Okay.
So Nifedinje is asking, can I come to the office without appointments? So if you're around, probably you're walking by and you want to come in, please come in.
Yeah, you're welcome to come.
Take our time and respond to you. Respond to your inquiries. Right.
Okay. So how much is the application fee for Canadian College for PGD? Oh, okay. So I'm Saidu Shafi. This is the UK session, but I'm sure that one of these days the Canada counsellors will also come, and talk to you about what's obtainable, okay, in Canada. But for today, it's strictly for the UK. So thank you so much for joining us today. It's been a wonderful session. Thank you, Nife Jojo, for your participation. Thank you, Oshokoya, Jumo, Inyama, Omake. Thank you so much. So you can always follow us for updates, okay? So turn on your notifications, so if we have any new posts, you'll be alerted, about any new thing, we have for you. So thank you very much for joining the session.
Thank you, everyone.
So enjoy the rest of your evening, and bye for now.
Bye for now.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.